What's up, friends? It's Libby. I am here to give an update. I am actually in West Palm Beach, Florida. Super excited. So I took a flight on Sunday to West Palm Beach. The week before our big estate sale. Haha, very funny. Really big sale, getting rid of everything that we own pretty much before we go on this adventure. And I'm talking about my husband, Adrian, and I. And so we have a lot we're doing this week to get ready, but I wanted to give an update. So I had my first day of orientation. And again, this is my first assignment as a locum physician. And for those of you who have no idea what locum is Latin for temporary. And what I love and what I'm excited about the most about locums is the freedom and flexibility in making a schedule as an OBGYN. So I really get to choose, for example, shifts, whether I do a 12-hour shift, a 24-hour shift. I get to choose if I want to work just on labor and delivery and do shift work, or if I want to work in the clinic, or if I want to do both. I get to choose how many days a week or how many days a month that I work. Do you see the common theme here? I get to choose. I get to choose. I cannot tell you how much that means, and being able to have that autonomy for my schedule and being able to choose how much I work, when I work, and being able to use my talents and gifts as an OB-GYN and what I've learned and my training, and being able to create a schedule that gives me the time freedom to work when I want, but to also have the time freedom to enjoy life while I'm alive, while I have my health, while I can do the things that I want to do, because we're not promised tomorrow. As much as we think we can do that when we're 60, we can do that later in life. Honestly, you don't know when it's your last day. And I would tell you, one of my biggest recommendations, don't wait. Don't wait. If you have dreams and certain things you want to do, figure out a way. Whether you're single, whether you are in a relationship, whether you're married, talk to your partner, talk to your significant other, or have a deep conversation with yourself. And what is it that you're afraid of? What is it that's holding you back? Are you afraid what your family will think, what your parents will think, what others will think? I want to tell you, be brave. It doesn't matter what others think. Nobody else is paying your bills. Except you, I'm guessing. Maybe your significant other is helping there. But really, it's your life, and you have so many days on this planet. And one thing that's really cool about locums, other than really that time freedom and flexibility, so locums companies, obviously, they invest in you and they partner with you. But the flight, that was paid for by the locum company. Coming here, the car that I'm sitting in right now, this was paid for by the locum company. So you join in partnership with them, and they really help. They get to know you and your desires as a physician, and ideas where you want to work, the type of hospital scenario, again, whether clinic or office setting, your ideal situation for work, and they help find locations for you. And so they really work with you, and you have somebody that's advocating for you, which is such a huge benefit and helping. And so the travel, super easy, simple flight from Pensacola to Atlanta. It was a little over an hour, and then a simple hop from Atlanta to Tampa, a little over an hour. And I got here yesterday around 12:30, and I had some really time to explore some cool areas of West Palm. In the square, I went to a really cool restaurant called Planta, which is a plant-based restaurant. And then I had orientation today. Now, obviously, I would say, I don't want to say it's a con or a negative, but obviously if you're working at one facility for a long time, you may be very familiar with one electronic medical record system, such as Epic, or maybe Athena or Cerner or Meditech. There are so many different things out there, but obviously it takes time to learn a system. So with locums, one cool thing is, though, you can choose jobs. Say you want to go somewhere and you only want to stay consistent with one electronic medical record system, you can do that. Me personally, I learned EMR very quickly, and I was in the generation that never really worked with paper charts. So I have no problem with learning different electronic medical record systems. If anything, it makes me more, I feel flexible. And I can learn more. And so learning a new system here, definitely had a lot of time with that today. And I'll tell you, my brain, it feels kind of like a blur, but really you learn as you go. And I think as physicians, though, you learn on the job, and you learn and being on the fly, and just trial and error, and having support and mentorship, and just really figuring things out. And so that's one of the things I actually think it's exciting. I'm a little bit nervous, but honestly, I'm really more excited about the opportunity. So it's a little bit rainy and overcast here in West Palm, Florida today. But typically, obviously, it's a lot closer to the sun than the Panhandle. So a lot warmer. It was in the 90s when the plane landed. What else was different that I noticed? I think those are really the big things. I have my first shadow shift tomorrow, which I'm excited about, and then my first shift solo on Wednesday. So I'm pumped to do that. Super excited to be here. Adrian's getting things wrapped up with the RV. And then as far as our sale goes, we successfully sold the Peloton, and we'll be having more things that we're going to be selling this week. So we're doing all sorts of things, getting everything ready. So those are some of my insights from orientation, some of my insights in thinking about locums and traveling here with the flight and having a car, which everything has been super, super easy. So I just want to encourage you as really, if you're another OBGYN physician out there and you are curious whether you need a change of pace, if you are looking for more autonomy, if you are looking for something creative, if you have a desire to travel more, I just want to let you know, doing full-time locums is a really good opportunity. It may not be traditional, but it does exist, and it's something I would really hire or like really encourage other physicians to really look at and explore more and be brave to think outside the box. You have no idea really all the different things that you can do. Oh, and this is the last thing. This is what I'm most excited about. So one thing I love about Florida, there is no income tax here, which is fantastic. Unlike a lot of other states. But if you are one of the 9 states, count them out with me. Do you know, or do you live in a state that has no income tax, right? There's Florida, Texas, Tennessee. We have New Hampshire, Nevada, Alaska, Washington, Wyoming, and South Dakota. So one of the really cool things, if you're interested in being a doctor that works in a state with no income tax, that's 9 states that you can and you want to travel, you can potentially do some locum assignments as an OBGYN. Maybe you want to go to Washington State in the summer, and then maybe you want to hop down to Florida in the winter. Maybe you want to go do a cool experience in Alaska for a summer. Because guess what? If you don't live there permanently, all those other things like property tax may not apply to you. So cost of living, for example, in California is a lot higher, but as a locum physician, that may not apply to you if you are maybe traveling in an RV, like what we're going to be doing, or if you're going to be staying in a hotel that's paid for by your locum company. Y'all, this is where things can get so cool and so exciting. So anyway, that's another great thing I'm excited about, because West Palm is a really expensive part of Florida. It has double the average rate of inflation overall in the state. However, but being a locum physician and coming here and not living here permanently per se, it's a nice little way to bypass that, but to still give impact and to serve the community and to help people who live here and who are from here, and to play a very important role and to make that impact, but to also be able to have fun and to be able to experience it without feeling so bombarded by inflation and what's going on in the economy right now. So those are my tips. Those are some things I'm excited about. Stay tuned for more. I'll be posting a little bit more later this week as I get through this shadow shift tomorrow and this first shift on Wednesday, prior to heading back to Pensacola for our big old yard / estate sale, as we get ready to continue moving forward. So y'all have a great night. Talk to you later. Bye.